Right. Listen, yeah. That's not about doing it.
Yeah. There's a few other things to worry about too.
Mhm.
Apprehension.
How's it going? Good, how you doing?
All right. No problem. Oh, have my own pen.
Okay.
Whoa.
I know.
Busy curfew. All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
We trade. The mayor's here, yes, but, we turn off, signing units. Sometimes I sign, sometimes she does.
Mhm.
Oh, well, and here's the reason for me to sign. This is, we kept going to her.
That would do it.
It takes forever too. Worthwhile, yeah.
Maybe I'll look at some of the details. That they would do about it.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, how long? Cause the meeting, right? Oh, I know what you're doing. Oh,
You're in the wrong buttons.
Twizzlers, oh my gosh.
You gotta be stale, I like to leave them open. They're not perfect.
Oh.
They have Twizzlers or something.
We lose the back of it.
Talking to the microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no batteries in this.
Maybe there's a message.
They probably don't, because I have a big mouth, and I usually don't need it, so.
So this is the city of Dayton F-bomb control.
Oh, is that what that
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, we got three.
The F-
We gotta eat this. Okay.
It's actually not batteries in any of it. I'm gonna take the amount.
Quits.
Ooh, I'll take this. I haven't eaten today. Yeah.
Twizzlers. Oh, we have plenty. Okay, I can't, I mean. Not after a dietitian.
Okay, I'll put it in.
Gastroenterologist said, hey, I think I talked to him and I haven't taken that. I think so. He said, "Bye."
It's about the problem you,
Mhm.
you know. The nurses do those same times. You can't.
Especially with difficult customers.
Everybody's still.
Oh, no, there's no batteries in all
There's no batteries in here. There's a story there?
They're drinking.
Oh, we use rechargeable batteries. Oh, green, yeah.
Not good. God, get it for mom. Sorry. I'm so stinking cold all day. Understand that. I'm fat, for God's sake, I shouldn't be.
Comfortable until the sun goes down and it's cold. There's no stain.
I'm cold. I don't know.
You too. There he is.
Is Luke gonna come tonight or is he zooming? I didn't say.
Yeah.
Did you ever confirm that, yeah, it's actually.
I did not, let me read that.
Cause the last I spoke to him was, yes.
Yeah, I did too, and the last time, I just got.
What's that?
It's really high too. I don't know. That's sure.
Playing with it. Yeah.
Never mind.
Speak of the devil.
There he is.
Hold that.
Right.
Oh, that text is right.
That's it.
I just had to check for him. Should I hand it over or?
I had to explain that to DM.
Sergeant Hubert.
Everyone's favorite.
Favorite.
He's coming too.
Oh,
on
he'll
the
be here.
stuff. Is there one in that story?
With their.
Though I do need to make you aware that next time you arrive, you need to bring a half sweet almond milk mocha.
Oh, okay. Not a level.
Yeah. Oh, come the girl.
I have about 13 hours left to go, so.
Oh, no wonder. I might be popping one of those next week. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
No, knowing me, I'd just be coffee all night long, but then I'd be like,
Yeah.
I know where all the
Place
bathrooms are.
To
You
go.
pulling a double?
Yeah.
No, we work 12s, but
Everybody.
we have to hold over because of
We should.
shift coverage.
As they take
I
a
volunteered.
step, they push them back.
Let my guys go home.
Well, they know they're down at the bottom of the hill. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was surprised.
When we go into executive session, do we want to go into the other room?
Yeah.
So we don't have to sit
Yeah.
people outside in the
No, that'd be
cold?
good.
Or how do we wanna handle that?
So.
It's up to you. We can move over there if you want, or we can stay here, because I think we have media or citizens.
Yeah, but we have the actual. Okay, and I have. They can sit in, I guess, you guys.
If you can permit it, if you want.
Or sit through our executive session.
It'll be cold, because I'm taking a grid, so. I'll be here as long as I can.
Okay,
Deputy Twitchell's gonna be here just to say hi. I held him over. I told him we were coming to the city council to say hi.
lovely.
Oh, we had a big 3-car crash out here, Highway 18 and.
I saw.
Thank God, I looked at my, I took the advice of my thing, I'm like, why does it have me go on Crookshank?
Yeah,
And then as I came around and looked, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's why.
yeah, that's why.
They haven't changed that.
Well, ODOT has that slated for a roundabout, starting, I think, next year.
Yeah, and everybody's moaning and groaning about it.
It's not gonna be super. I wish they would do like they did at Fort Hill where they built at, if you're headed towards the casino. They built the overpass at Fort Hill with 2 on-ramp and off-ramps.
Yeah.
So if you're just going across, you just, do the flyover, but if you need to get on merge either way, you've actually got a lead in. Similar to right here at the bypass, right at Third and Highway 18, but.
As long as they're gonna have to make it big enough to handle the trucks, and they really are awfully efficient. I
Yeah,
mean,
they are,
I spent enough time in Europe that it's like, once people understand it,
yeah.
Americans just kind of like refuse to understand how to use that goddamn. road.
Well, that's true. I
If
mean,
you go
I go
up
up
to-
to Olympia.
What's this foreign roundabout shit
Yeah.
they're putting up here in America?
If you go up to 210 up in the Shoals, Sherwood area, they
It's
built
nothing but.
they built a bunch of.
And
Yeah.
Hillsborough, if you go to Hillsborough and Horsesboro. it's nothing
And they work
but-
great.
The nice thing is if you understand how to use them and the cars move to the inside track that are going around and the other cars that are just taking the next exit stay in their lane, it's similar to the freeway.
Yeah.
I mean, most people that don't understand that the fast lanes for passing.
Can I bring mine to where we live?
Yeah, I know.
So it's worth noting too, that the guy who had written up the petition for, the overpass and saying no to the roundabout, once he was educated on it, he ended up withdrawing it anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
well.
did he really? Yeah, it was quite a nice comment, actually, commented on there today. I've been informed on, a myriad of things, and I'm actually in support of the roundabout now, so it's pretty good discussion.
You wanna say it came around, Tom?
I like it.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, roundabout way.
we kind of circled the issue for a guy.
As long as everything that's qualifies, we'll be okay.
I hope I built this up enough tonight.
It seems like the overpass would cost so much.
Oh,
It does. It costs a lot of
I was like,
money.
who's Smith?
At least I can do that. Ah, it's not in the back door.
Mandatory arrival.
Does everybody know Deputy Twitchell?
You do.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Started, I need to amend a request.
Okay,
I appreciate you going along with what I asked you to do earlier about please arise. I'm not happy with those words. May I, suggest another option? Please join me for, that way we're not talking about who can stand and who can't.
if I can remember it, I will try and do it, Kitty, I
Thank you.
promise you.
I appreciate that.
I may just go, Pledge of Allegiance all,
That works.
but you know me, I'm not that. I'm a little unscripted, I apologize. All right, we're gonna call this meeting to order at 6:31. Please, let's all say the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We got a full house. Except for Casper Wildhopper, may or may not make it. I don't, didn't say, okay. So, we'll just see what happens if he reaches out, otherwise I guess we have another. Do we have anybody signed up for
Public comment, no.
excellent? Next. I'll entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
I have a correction to the minutes for the last meeting.
Oh,
Under B roll call, it says that Council President Walthover noted that Councilors Hover, Mackin, and McGuire were present. Councilor Tycro was present via Zoom. Council President Wildhover was also present via Zoom. So I think that should be noted.
noted.
And with that, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as amended.
I have a couple of other amendments. On page 3 of the minutes. The second reading of ordinance 663, it doesn't say who did the reading. And, number 4. It doesn't say who did the first reading of number 664. It seemed like, okay, number 2, second reading of ordinance 662, it said Councilor McGuire performed the second reading. It doesn't say who did the reading on the other 2.
So I reviewed the video and for ordinance 663, the second reading was performed by Councilor Hobart, and for ordinance 664, the first reading was performed by Councilor McGuire. So I'll correct that.
So I will add those as amended
All right,
and second. Has that been done yet?
no, I think you were in the process.
All right.
I have a motion from Councilor McGuire and a second from Councilor Mackin. All those in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right. I guess we'll just move right into the executive session. I get to read the lovely thing here, so bear with me. We do have.
1%. So, would you like to amend the order of the agenda? She's here for number 4.
Sure, let's. Do you all mind amending the agenda for us to put that towards the bottom? Perfect, let's do that. All right, so we'll move on then to action item F1, approval of resolution 2025-7, approving oh, sorry, if we're gonna move that down to,
Right.
my
Okay,
apologies,
we'll do
guys.
that too.
Let's go to page 15. Approval of resolution 2024/25-06. Concurring with the urban renewal plan to include public building projects.
One explanation, okay, the objective is to adopt the resolution concurring with the support of public building projects. As outlined in the city of Dayton's urban renewal plan. City of Dayton established the URA to manage a proposed 25-year district plan. And because the plan includes several public building projects, a resolution must be approved to authorize use of funds for such purpose. City staff would like the council to approve the resolution to meet legal requirements of adopting the UMP as outlined.
Did anybody have any questions, comments about?
Madam Mayor.
Entertain a motion.
Move to approve resolution. What we're saying. Resolution 2024/25-06, concurring with the inclusion of a public building project in the Dayton urban renewal plan.
Oh, second.
I have a motion from. God, why can't the last names come to me tonight? Counselor Hildebrand, and a second from Counselor Mackin. All those in favor? Anybody opposed? Motion passes. All right, we're gonna move on to page 83 for the second reading and adoption of ordinance 664, adopting the Dayton urban renewal plan.
So this is the second reading of your adoption of the urban renewal plan. We did the first this several weeks ago. During our work session, council meeting, the plan obviously was approved, on October 21st of this year. Taxing districts have all cooperated, come together to approve the said plan as attached. City staff would like the council to adopt the plan, allowing the city to use tax increment financing for the defined projects, including but not limited to the creation of infrastructure upgrades, recreational improvements, downtown property enhancement, fire district and school district capital projects. We recommend approving of the second reading.
Is there any discussion, question, comments? Yes, ma'am.
I caught a couple of things reading through it this time. On page 50 and 120, it's talking about 11th Street Park.
Oh, it's not named that anymore.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. So wherever that is, like I said, I found it on page 30 and 100. Or page 50, anyway, all right, page 79. There was another mention,
Are you on the packet or which thing are you in?
the numbers there are printed at the bottom of the page.
Okay, so that was.
So
the
we're going
previous-
backwards
That was
now.
the previous.
Yeah.
Ordinance,
So I needed-
or that was the.
It's the same information, it looks like it's the same,
It's
it's listed twice, I mean, the whole
Okay.
document is in here twice.
So anywhere that it says 11th Street Park, we should change to Andrew Smith. Can do.
And I also found something, I have it on page 79 here. Sanitary sewer. Ferry to Ash. Ferry Street from Ash Street west to 8th Street. I think this is another case where maybe that should be Flower.
Right,
Okay. And then just a question on wording here on, let's see. There are households at 722 with 2.69 persons per household. there are 722 households. That just didn't sound right, the way it's worded, under social conditions.
Page 80,
Yeah.
page 80, number page 80, last paragraph.
So it should be there are 722 households with
Yeah,
2.69.
that sounds a little better.
Yeah, just transpose it.
Oh, and the way it's worded above there. 46 parcels containing 10 acres that have residential uses. Since there are such limited residents in the area. Are we talking that there are few people? Limited housing, limited number of people? I'm not exactly sure what those words are intended to convey. Is everybody else seeing something there? I just. I'm not exactly sure.
Information from the Youngstown County Assessor's Office, the area contains 46 parcels containing 10 acres. That have residential uses. Since there are such limited residents in the area, that doesn't,
So maybe that
Yeah.
resonates.
the following demographics are presented for the city of Dayton as a whole.
Is that wording okay?
It's the last prior to the facts about the census sentence. That one's a little wanky. I don't
I don't,
know how you change that or if it even really matters that much. Because, I mean, I think we get the idea about the social condition. It doesn't really make us question it.
I think what they're saying is that because those 10 acres have such a small residential population, they're presenting the data for the city as a whole rather than for those 10 acres, because we don't have the data on those specific 10 acres.
will other people be able to figure that out? That would be my question, but then, how are we gonna reword it? Anyway, I just,
We start talking sentence structure, we'll be here.
Yeah, that's for sure, because then we're gonna start talking about if you put a comma before the and or not.
we have an editing expert with us, so I figured somebody could.
I heard it doesn't matter if you're an expert, because one expert will go against another expert and say
Yeah, well,
something else.
right,
Anyways, okay, let's move on. All right, we're on to F4, discussion with city council, connection opportunity. Oh,
Second reading.
I'm so in such a hurry to go. Let's go. Let's do the readings.
And Mayor, I'll read it.
Yes, please.
Ordinance number 664, City of Dayton, an ordinance of the Dayton City Council making certain determinations and findings relating to and approving the Dayton Urban Renewal Plan and directing that notice of approval be published.
alright. I will take the next step.
Okay, please.
I move to approve the second reading of ordinance 664, an ordinance of the city, Dayton City Council, making certain determinations and findings related to and approving the Dayton Urban Renewal Plan and directing that notice of approval be published.
Second. Oh, sure. It should be as amended.
As amended.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilor Thacker and a second from Councilor McGuire. And more questions, comments, concerns? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The motion passes. Okay. Now we can move on to what I was in a hurry.
Actually, one more motion, we need to adopt the ordinance.
Yes.
I move to adopt ordinance 664 as amended, an ordinance of the Dayton City Council making certain determinations and findings relating to and approving the Dayton Urban Renewal Plan and directing that notice of approval be published.
Second.
Motion from Councilor Hildebrand, a second from Councilor McGuire. All those in favor?
Alright.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right. Good thing somebody's keeping me on track. All right, discussion with city council connection opportunity with the school district, page 179.
So, we have Anna Lundgren here today. That she is from the junior high school in town, and she reached out because she wants to see if the city council is interested in participating in school assemblies, handing out attendance certificates. Because attendance has dropped significantly at the high school level, and they don't know how to motivate students. So they're trying to find different ideas out there that might motivate the kids to actually show up to school. And one of her ideas was that having a counselor or the mayor come to the assembly and hand out the attendance certificates. The other idea is $5 gift cards for coffee here in town, either Funny Buzz or the Pirates Den. Okay.
Just saying.
Well, okay. Kind of just want to get some feedback from the council if you want her to fill out a donation request, how you would like to go about that, if that's something you're interested in doing.
I think that would be a fun thing to kind of include with the events committee. And see what kind of fun things we can come up with. And maybe Dave will put the big fish costume on again and come to the assembly. And
The high school? Yeah, I get.
Good evening. I just would like to be kind of like present for hear what ideas you guys will have, think about it, and then you can let us know. There's like really we're struggling like how to motivate our kids to first attend to school, and then for those ones that needs to be at 90% of like attendance, like sometimes it's just for them to show up the next period and they're just keeping or things like that, and they just need a little bit of motivation. And I don't know if you guys have any other ideas that we can bring our kids. I don't know.
So I had a question, says, or possibly volunteer at City Hall office on a Friday during school. What was that all about?
Oh, so that is one of her ideas for students who keep a 90% attendance, we're actually attending. Kind of like in school, they help out at the school office, printing out things, making copies, etc. So her idea is maybe they can do something like that at City Hall, which would motivate them because they get to get out of school for a short time to come and.
Thought that was a punishment.
Believe me, anything that they can get with, like to skip or get out of the school, like if that is a small field trip to the city hall or the library, that will motivate them. Another idea that I was thinking, and I don't know if this is, I don't know, out of line, but
Throw it out there.
maybe if we can have those kids also to be in the newsletter for you guys.
Oh,
send
for
out to their
sure.
houses.
Yeah, that's a great
I don't know,
idea.
hopefully it'll be out, something nice for parents to know, push their kids, I don't know, for the next one.
And we're talking about publishing the kids who are attaining 90%, not the
Yes.
folks who aren't.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
of
okay,
course,
good.
yeah.
Just making sure we're on the same wavelength.
No, I don't want to see those pictures.
Yeah, we don't want to support.
You don't want to shame.
Like on Dancing on the Stars.
Well, they can't read anyway, so they'll go to school.
Well, thank you very much.
So yeah, if you have
Happy
any other ideas, you can reach out to me and I'll pass them along to Anna. If you want her to fill out the donation request, I can help her out with that. Just let me know.
I don't think that, I think it would just be nice for us to get together and like talk about some ideas that we can implement.
Okay,
definitely, because the school and the city should be connected at the end.
So I sent her the dates for the rest of the school year, for assemblies. And if you guys would like to sign up for any of those, it would be nice for us to know ahead of time, so we can plan and give you a couple minutes.
Dave,
I get you.
The first one.
you're the first one.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, another option might be to get like the top 2 or 3. In each grade, and then like announce it during Dayton Friday nights. And there's a lot of people there.
It's summertime and
No, but it's like for the last school year, these were the top folks who had attended. I don't know, I'm throwing stuff out there. I mean, it's like there's a lot of people there. And it could be something motivating, but then we get them something like, they get a little.
So a quick question was like the club atmosphere in the high school. So is there a strong club atmosphere? Cause I remember growing up, I was in like the Interact Club, and Interact Club had a strong presence in like the local, city government. Along with Rotary and things like that. So I'm just kind of curious if there's like a possibility, and this is really kind of spitballing, we gotta keep moving, I get that, for sure. So, I'm wondering if there's like kind of ambassadorship between the high school and here that students could be, I know, Beth did that a little bit in the past, with her class and things like that.
we're
So,
working on
perfect. So I will let it be.
it. We are working it, baby. We're.
My apple spice cider got my gears turning off. So, cool.
Yeah, no, we got some definite thoughts and ideas and we would love to. And Dave will come to your assembly on November 22nd. Even if he has to dress like a bitch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, great.
Oh, from the 22nd. Well, those were the dates that you gave.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
I just copied it from there, so if it changes.
Well, we'll find out the date
Yeah,
and
just let me know.
when the November one is, and we'll send Dave.
Yeah, just let me know and I'll adjust it.
Well, I mean, Santa's gonna be coming to town too, so. All right. Woo-hoo. I guess that will bring us to our executive session. So,
Do you wanna go back?
yeah, we'll just go back there. It's cold and I don't make you go outside, so let me read the little doohickey. Okay, announcing start of executive session under ORS 192.6602A. Employment of a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual agent. The Dayton City Council will now convene an executive session to consider the employment of a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual agent under ORS 192.6602A. Staff designated by council may attend the executive session. Members of the news media may also attend the executive session. Members of the news media are specifically directed not to report on the deliberations that occur during the executive session, except of course to state the general subject of the session. All other members of the audience are requested to leave the meeting at this time, but we're doing it opposite. We're gonna leave. The council may not make any final decision in executive session. It is, if a final decision on the matter is necessary, the decision will be made outside of executive session in open forum. Or when we reconvene in open session. All right, we're gonna leave you out here. We'll do that. I just need my copy.
Last time,